it's Shawnee. Welcome back. Don't mind the hanger that's on the door right there, okay? Just don't mind it. Today I am going to show you a couple of things that are new to me. I finally received my Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. I actually did use it this morning, but I wanted to come on here and do a look for you. And then I have, I think, 5 new brushes, and these are all from Rose and Ben. I have been wanting to try these brushes for such a long time, and I finally just went ahead and bought them. So there are 2 face brushes and then 3 eye brushes, and I didn't get there are 2 concealer brushes. I didn't get those, and there's like a bronzer brush, I think, but I probably will because, like, cutting to the chase, I love these. I love the handles. They're like longer than your regular handles that we get. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my face and my eyes and use these brushes and let you know a bit about them. So I'm gonna start with some eyeshadow primer from Colored Rain. Just gonna put a little bit on this little palette that I have here. Right here, put a little bit there, just a drop, and then use a brush to put it on my eyes and blend out. So the Muse, Cosmic Brushes Muse eyeshadow palette came out a couple of weeks ago. I feel like I've seen everyone else already get theirs. So it's so funny because yesterday I emailed the company to be like, hey, just wondering where mine is, because I wasn't getting any updated shipping information. And then I opened my door and there it was. So it took a little while to get to me. I've seen other people get theirs earlier, so I don't know what was going on with mine. Get some of these things out of the way. Okay, so earlier today, I will be sure to put a photo in here, but I used these shades here as well as this one. So why don't we try something else? Let's go for like a greenish look. And I'm going to take this E29 brush from Rose and Ben, and it came in this box with the shape and outline of the brush here. As well, it says on this other side that it is Leaping Bunny certified, vegan, handcrafted, sustainable, or sustainably made. And it also says that it is artistry inspired. This is described as a tapered eye shadow brush designed to perfectly blend shadow for an effortlessly diffused finish. Pairs with pressed or loose eyeshadow. So why don't we go in with this shade here? That shade is called Pine. And right. Now I'm going to go in with the E28, and let me get that box. Here is the box that this one came in, same as the E29, just has the shape of the E28 brush. It says the same thing on the other side. This one says this is a universal tapered shape that can be used for both diffusing shadow and building color on your eyelids. Pairs with cream and powder eyeshadow. Now, here is the brush. I'm going to use this for a shimmer, even though typically I would use a more densely packed brush. We'll just see how this works. I think I'll go into the shade here, Patina. You can see that it has picked it up. Oh, like no fallout there. That went on really well, really easily. And then let's go into the shade Luster, which is right here. I'm just gonna flip the brush over and use the other side. You can see that. Okay, let me do this other eye and I'll be right back. I actually have 4 eye brushes. I forgot about this one, which is the E27. Where's that box? Here that is. So it has a very like unique kind of fan shape to it, and this is said to bring out your inner light with Rose's must-have detail eye brush. From highlighting the inner corner to winging it out with your favorite pressed shadow, this brush is a must-have. It says it pairs well with pressed and loose shadows and highlighters. So that is this one, and then the final one is this brush here, which is a liner brush, and this is the E26. And this one is said to be designed with short, dense fibers that create the ultimate precision and flexibility when applying your favorite liners with extreme detail. Pairs with liquid and gel eyeliner. So let's see if we can find a way to include these 2 brushes in. I'm gonna take the E27, and why don't we go into this shade here, which is Filigree. So hopefully you can see it on there. I'm just going to all right, so let's move on to the face. I am going to use the CoverFX PowerPlay foundation, and here is my palette. I'm just going to put a little bit onto the palette, same palette I used for the eyeshadow primer. And I want to use this brush here, which is the C42. So that one says it is designed with complexion in mind. This densely packed, purposely tapered brush head provides consistent application for smooth, seamless coverage. Pairs with liquid, cream, and powder foundations. Now, I saw Rose from Rose and Bennett use this brush, and what she did was she pressed the foundation in. So I'm going to do that. Let's see, I've got some on there. Almost like a sponge. get a little bit more. This is probably like some of my least favorite packaging. I really like this brush. I feel very professional. I like the way that because of this like tapered sort of contoured shape, you can really get into various corners of your face. It seems to like contour to your face shape. The brush is densely packed, but there's still some flexibility with it. Okay, so I'm gonna do my brows and concealer and then come back and use the other face brush to put on some blush. Okay, so let's go in with some blush. I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Flushed in the shade Jubilee. There is that. And I'm going to use this brush, which is the C41. And this one is said to be designed for ultimate control and flexibility. The non-traditional blush brush features a uniquely sloped head shape that presses product into the skin for an even, natural finish. Pairs with cream and powder, blush, or bronzer. So this is technically a balm, but I think it falls under like the cream, you know? So there is that. Just gonna press that in. Oh my gosh, phone. Boom. That was a loud tongue pop. That was like from my soul. Okay. Now I want to make sure to use this brush. So let's see. This is that angled brush. I think I'll go into this shade here, which is named Fig. And let's see if we can do like a little line. That's cute. Let me do the other eye and then I'll be back to wrap everything up and let you know what I think. So here is the finished look. We use the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. I feel like this performs just as well as their Serenity palette and their Royal Rose palette. They all three have 20 shades in them and a mix of mattes and shimmers. Everything goes on really easily, really well, barely any fallout. So let me know if you want any sorts of comparisons between the three palettes, although I do feel like they're each like a little different from one another. I mean, especially you can only have so many colors, right? So we use that, and then for the face, all of the brushes I used were from Rose and Ben, and I have to say these might be my new favorite synthetic hair brushes. I really love the shape of the brushes, and I also really like the length of the handles. Something about just having a longer handle just makes me feel more luxurious for some reason. So if you don't like that, then stick to your shorter handled brushes and those are going to be fine. I don't think you need to necessarily run out and get these, but I do think that if you get them, you will be very happy that you did. I do also like the shadow brushes. I think these will add something different to all of the other eyeshadow brushes that I already have. I mean, I do have tapered brushes like these two, but I don't have a brush like this one, which is the E27 with that like really distinct brush shape. And I do have one like small liner brush and a couple of other like liner brushes, but I don't have any with the curve, which is one I've always wanted one. I don't know why. So I do think that these are going to be unique in my collection of brushes, and I'm excited to use them. And also I think I'm gonna pick up the concealer brushes and maybe the bronzer brush at some point. So there is that. I think that is it. So this was just a bit of a trying new makeup with the Muse palette and then trying new tools with the brushes that I used today. Let me know if you have tried out the Rose and Ben brushes. Let me know which is your favorite or if you plan on trying them out. Also, let me know if you were able to pick up the Muse palette. I know that it sold out super duper quickly, I think in under 2 or 3 minutes, but I believe there was a pre-order that came out after that. So let me know if you're picking that one up or if you are going to get the Serenity or Royal Rose palettes. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey. I hope that some of this was helpful. I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. Please be sure to like the video and also please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.